All right, guys, we're on to the last video here in this series. So we've done 4 days of opening 4 blaster boxes a day of the 2024 Optic Football. We've had some crazy hits. We've had, I think, 3 case hits, got an auto, got a super short print, a couple of relics. So if you haven't checked out the previous videos, go back and check them out. We're down to $380 to be profitable. So we need to hit 380 bucks here. It's going to be tight. We're going to need something big. Even like the purple optic shocks, that kind of stuff is not going to get it done here. So we need a case hit. We need a downtown. We need something crazy. Let's see if we can pull something. We haven't hit a downtown. We did hit an uptown. This is all factor again, just kind of baseline. I'm only looking up what I think might be higher than, a couple bucks, and or has a possibility of it. And then I'm just putting a bunch of cards that I think are like $1 cards, and I haven't counted any of the base. So at the very end, we'll kind of factor all that stuff in and kind of see where we're at. But for this video, I'm going based off nothing less than a $1 here, and kind of show everything at the end. Drake May, nice little, didn't even show it. Drake May on your rookie there. Denver. Ellis. So, a couple dollar cards there, what I would consider. This pack feels a little bit thicker. We're going to have a relic in this box. So, we got Joe Burrow. Your back is going to be Washington. And then we get nice hit. So, see what you'll get on your rookie there, and we use Malik Washington for, I always just kind of flip them. Oh, we got a Will Anderson. I was going to say we have a Houston Texan. So Will Anderson on your relic patch there. Burrow. Saw the red at first. I thought kind of excited, thinking maybe Commanders. See, we need that downtown, I think, in order to have any chance here. Aaron Rodgers, and we need more of these optic hollows to be rookies, not just the vet. Oh, and Brock Bowers on the back. But what do you guys think? If you've watched the other videos, are you inspired to go get some optic from what you've seen? I've got to say, I'm impressed with the optic. As far as, the value you're getting per the blaster. Javon Baker there. Definitely, I think, worth the pickup. If you could have gotten at the $30 mark, I mean, if I got this case at half the price, I would have been done in the first 8 boxes, and everything else would have been pure profit. I know, obviously, no one's picking that up at that price, but see what you'll get there again. And Rams, Jadverse. But if you were lucky enough to be able to do that, I could definitely see how you can make pretty good money on it. Overall, though, 1 case, 4 case hits in a super short print, or 3 case hits in a super short print. Nothing to complain about there. All right, here we go. So, optic on your hollow. We need a big hit. Not the right Patriot. Javon Baker on your optic hollow. Box number 1, hit the relic, but nothing too crazy there. As I said, I don't think any box is really going to disappoint you. I think you're going to be happy as a buyer, but I don't think you're going to, obviously, I know you're not going to make money on every box. All right, box, third to last box here. Winding down. What have you guys been opening? Have you opened up any of these optic blasters? And if so, what have you pulled? Javon Baker. We got a lot of Baker in this. Dallas Turner. So not bad. Nice little color match. And your Vikings purples there. Surprised that the JJ McCarthy sells well. I had pulled him in the last one for the purple shock. He sells higher than Drake May, and You know, I know Drake Made didn't light the world on fire, but compared to Unproven, I thought that would do a little bit better there. Lad McConkey. I don't know if I've hit any Lad McConkey. So this might be the first one. So the Purple Shock Lad. I don't remember really calling out his name in any of this stuff. All right, here we go. Is this going to be... All right, we're going to put this one down. I don't know if we should go through 2 blaster boxes and wait till the end on that. I think we're going to have to do that because that could be our box. Jalen Hurts. And then passing grade, Baker Mayfield. This little insert. I'll throw Baker in the $1 pile. I haven't been throwing many of those inserts in the dollar box, but QB I'll throw in there. Sheed Rice, Jalen Carter, Bucky Irving. Yeah, he goes in the dollar pile. Good enough rookie. And Blake Corum. Yep, Blake Corum on your Purple Shock. There's still hope for this profit challenge. I also do plan on grading cards. So if I can get, you know, a couple good grades, I'm going to be sitting pretty on this no matter what. Vet, Optic, Keenan Allen, Jonathan Brooks. All right, we're going to skip this pack. We're going to move this pack without trying to spoil anything. We're going to move this pack all the way to the back here. And we're going to let that marinate a little bit. Give us an option if we don't hit anything crazy in these 2 boxes that we have. That's going to be a downtown or it's going to be an uptown. It's a downtown, we make our money back. It's an uptown, we need a rookie. But that could be huge. And saving us here. Also been flirting. I've been trying to get this all done in one day. I've been opening these for a couple hours now. I mean, each video is about 15 minutes long. There's 4 of these videos. Getting things set up. My camera keeps dying. As I said, definitely going to do a video talking about creating a YouTube channel from someone that isn't very popular, obviously, on YouTube. Not to put myself down here, but just kind of like the stuff I've learned from it and what's worked for me, what hasn't. But some of the fun I'm having with it and kind of talking through from someone that has 0 video editing and how far I've come along. There we go. Doomsday. So I don't think I've hit his Purple Shock either. So we've got to be close to the Purple Shock checklist here, especially for the key rookies we're looking for. The only one I don't think I've hit is Caleb. Other than that, I think we've hit all the other, at least key rookies. Jacoby Myers, Luke McCaffrey. Primary colors, Joe Milton. I'll throw him in the dollar box as well. Or at least higher than $1. Kind of mixed up the 2 there. Where I think it might be above $1, but that's okay because we're at the end here. We got Montez Sweat, Terry McLaurin, Quentin Johnson, and Devin Culp. Johnson I kind of ripped off. Luckily it wasn't a rookie. All right, Mahomes, Tajay Spears, Ray Davis in the back, Jonte Sanders. So last pack of this box. Mike Evans, Jalen Polk on the back, and Raven, Isaac. All right, last box, and then we're going to go back to our last pack, which could be our saving grace here. Let's see if we can pull anything out of this box. Also flirting with some danger with only 9% battery life, but for the amount of, or now 8%, but for the amount of packs we have, plus the extra, we should be fine. Let's see what we can pull. Last blaster here. Been very good to me so far. All right, we got the holo. We got the rated rookie. Lad McConkey on the back. Nice rookie there. If we do double lads, Ram, Jared Verse. So we are struggling. We're struggling with those optic holos. For as good as this video, I think, has been as far as being pretty close to the profit and having a good chance at it, even if we don't hit the downtown, it's an uptown of like a vet. With all the base, if you really wanted to part that out and spend the time selling it, you can definitely make your money on it. Chase McClellan. So, I mean, there's going to be hundreds of base cards in here. If you have the time to do it and you have a way to sell it, especially if you want to like do this variation listings on eBay, you can get like $1 a card. You usually have to then give a discount, but if you're getting 50 cents a card, 25 cents a card, you're going to be making pretty good. Light it up, CJ Stroud, because it's a quarterback, I'll throw it in there. But you can make some decent money even just doing that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of keeping track for the amount of time versus the amount of money you get. I'm not sure if it's necessarily worth it. All right. Tony Pollard. We got Bill on the back. We need this. Nope. We got Vet. Mari Cooper. All right. 2 packs left. Need a big hit here, or we need a really big hit on that last pack in order to break even here. K-Dot and Sweat in the back. All right, we finally may have done this. So did we finally hit our Caleb Williams on the Purple Shock? So second to last pack, Caleb Williams comes out. That's going to be a big one there. Probably a $30 card at least. But definitely gets us closer to our goal, makes it attainable maybe. Probably not attainable if we don't hit a downtown, but Jackson Smith and Jigba. Last Optic Purple, Brennan Fisk. All right. Here we go, guys. This is it. This is for all the marbles on are we going to... Oh, we do have a holo in the back. Vet. So, Pat Fryermuth on your Optic holo. We need this to be a rookie. This is going to be an uptown. Buffalo Bill uptown. If it's a rookie. Nope, not a rookie. So, Josh Allen maybe? That would be huge. Josh Allen on your uptowns. That's a beautiful hit there. So, I don't know if it's going to be enough to get us there. But if you're not going to hit the rookie, let's hit the, MVP caliber quarterback. So, all right, guys, that does it for that case. We ended up falling $128 short for making a profit on that case. As I said, I am going to grade some of these cards. So we did submit 3 cards to grading. They should be there, I think Monday or Tuesday, whatever the 2nd of June is. So we sent in the downtown Josh Allen. We think that's going to get a 9. Slim chance at a 10. Very slim chance. I think it's going to 9. Hopefully not an 8. But at the 9, at the time, it was going to add about $50 value or $50 profit value. I comped it at $200. It was a 9 that sold for $300. Grading's going to be about $20, $25 after shipping and everything, fees and all that nonsense. So probably net maybe another $50 by doing so. We sent in the Brock Bowers Flame. I think that had a 10 opportunity. We also sent in the other case hit Any Given Sunday, Josh Allen. So, and I think that had a 10 opportunity as well. So if we get the grades we're expecting, that would bring me into profit. On the case, obviously, when you're opening the case, you can't rely on the condition of the cards. You could have line prints, misprints, that kind of stuff, little corner dings, whatever, dimples. So obviously, you don't want to have to rely on it, but it is a part of, being profitable, having a sports card business. So overall, I think I will be profitable with the case, but not right now. We had 4 case hits. We had 1 super short print, 3 relic cards in this case. We had 15 of the key rookies that I was kind of looking for as far as holos and the purple shocks. But had a great time opening this. We had 330, I think it was 330 base cards as well. I'm not adding those in at any point, putting any value on it. You guys can add that to your own kind of mental tracker if you want on what the case would have done. If you have a good way of selling base, I know, as I said in one of my videos, I think it was this last one, if you have a way to list variation listings and list these base cards, or if you have a person that buys them, I mean, great for you, and you can definitely make a little bit of extra money doing it, putting that legwork in. I'm going to work on something like that. I want to find a person here in Rhode Island that can come get some base cards off me, especially if I'm going to be ripping a lot more on this channel. So be looking for something like that where I can offload them a little bit, and I'll have a value added to it once I do. But for right now, I don't. So I don't see much value on it. We'll see. We'll see if I come up with some sort of system there. I know I have to. But I had a blast doing it, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Made some progress on my editing skills. A little frustrating in the beginning. By video 4, I was able to at least figure out how to get the videos together. But I appreciate everyone that's watched, subscribed, commented. It greatly helps me out. If you guys want to continue watching me on my journey here, we are going to do more profit challenges. Let me know what you guys think we should open next. I'm leaning towards Retail Prism. I did one box of those already. You're going to see that box soon. But I think it gives you some value. A lot of, kind of like this, where you get a lot of color, hollows, silvers in that case. So cracked ices, stuff like that. So I might do something like that. But we'll see what the next one brings for us. As of right now, guys, this is it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.